What is the scariest story you know that is 100% true? The Fritzl case, the father who became a monster. For 24 years, Elizabeth Fritzl was a ghost. Her father, Joseph Fritzl, told the world she had run away. In reality, she was beneath their feet, trapped in a dark, hidden basement he built himself. A nuclear shelter, he called it. But in truth, it was her prison. Locked away, she endured the unthinkable. He assaulted her over and over again, forcing her to bear his children in the suffocating darkness. The children grew up never seeing the sun, knowing only the shadows of that underground hell. When one of them died at birth, Joseph took the tiny body as if it were nothing and burned it. If he was displeased, he cut the electricity. If they angered him, he withheld food. Yet, above them, life went on. His wife, Elizabeth's mother, suspected nothing. Joseph even took in some of the children, claiming Elizabeth had left them on his doorstep. He made her write letters, begging her family not to search for her. Then, in 2008, fate intervened. Elizabeth's eldest daughter, Kirsten, fell critically ill. Joseph had no choice but to take her to a hospital. It was his first mistake. When the police arrived, Elizabeth had one condition before she spoke. Promise me. I will never see him again. And then, after 24 years of silence, she told them everything. The baby covered in his mother's blood. My mother's friend did everything right. She left her abusive husband. She fought for her freedom. My mother met her at a women's shelter and they became close. Closer than friends, almost like sisters. My mom fought tooth and nail to get her somewhere safe. Papers were filed, plans were made. A new life was waiting. Then one morning my mom couldn't reach her. They had plans for lunch. She kept calling, but nothing. A sinking feeling set in. She checked the newspaper. Her hands started shaking. She called in sick, something she never did. And then, in tears, she sat me down and told me. Her friend was at home with her baby boy when her ex broke in. He killed her, left the baby there, alone, covered in his mother's blood. Then, as if to escape the horror he created, he hung himself outside of Rayleigh's. For almost 2 days, that baby cried. Alone, hungry, sitting in his mother's blood. By the time they found him, his mother was gone, his father was gone, and the only life he had known was over. Last I heard, he went to live with his uncle. But I can't shake the thought of that little boy, crying into the silence, waiting for anyone to come.